Hey guys, Dr. Brandon Schreiner here with Revive Chiropractic. I want to welcome you back. This is part 2 of our Juicing and Detox Challenge. If you're tuning in via Facebook, I'm going to make sure you tune in, mark your calendar. Next Monday, we're going to finish up this 3-part series. Same with the webinar. At any point in time, you can click the link and watch that. But make sure, those of you who are just tuning in, this is your first one, go back to the first one and watch that all the way through. There's an amazing topics. You're going to need to learn about inflammation, the gut, antioxidants, free radical production, and really why it is that chiropractic in a sympathetic state is super important for you to heal. And really, what is health? I think it's important for you to understand that information before we get into the nitty gritty. But you're here now, and so we're going to get into it right away. So, we're going to go through some, the what, right? The what and the how behind why juicing is so important and really so healthy for your body. We talked about inflammation and detoxification and healing your gut, and how juicing is so amazing for reducing your chances of chronic illness. And so I want to kind of walk you through, what is juicing specifically, and answer, some really common questions when it comes to it. One, what is juicing? Juicing is basically extracting the juice and the nutrients from the fruit of the vegetable, right? So there's power in, making sure that you're chewing your food. However, there's also power in, making sure that we're getting the least amount of work that your body has to go through. So when you're juicing, you're basically extracting all the nutrients, the micronutrients out of the vegetable, out of the fruit, and basically like rocket fuel into your body, getting those antioxidants right into your bloodstream as quickly as possible. They do this a lot with really, really sick individuals who have gut issues. Maybe you've heard of like a cancer institute when they go there and they fast and they juice. The reason why we do that is because somebody who's in a chronically diseased state, who's overweight, who may have blood pressure, cholesterol, cancer, is very inflamed. Their gut's very toxic. So we want to make sure their body can do as much healing as possible, healing and repair. And juicing is a great way to do that without having to chew and to digest, if that makes sense. The other thing here is that juicing usually lasts 3 to 10 days. Now, this is usually, some people like to juice for longer than this, some people less, right? So if you're a first-time juicer and you're like, 3 days for me is good enough, I'll tell you, it's better to be 1 in 20 than 0 in 20 and never start, right? But the reality is that 3 to 10 days of juicing and fasting, letting your gut, letting your body begin to heal and not have to work as hard, research is very clear that it's going to radically decrease your inflammation. It's going to radically increase your immune system, like in a good way. It's going to allow it to calm down. It's not going to have to work as hard. And when it comes to like cancer and cellular health, it's going to de-inflame that cell membrane so that way that good things can come in like oxygen and toxins can come out. And so that 3 to 10 day window is super powerful. And that's why we have you juicing at the beginning, but not necessarily juicing all the time throughout the plan. We're going to slowly begin to add in and chewing foods as we go. Fruit juices are different than juicing. So I get this all the time. Hey, Dr. B, I juice all the time. I got my Sun-Kissed orange juice. I got my Dole, pineapple juice. It's got 600 grams of sugar in it per one little can. That is not a juice. That is a man-made sugar-filled can, right? That is not real juice. I would not consider Kool-Aid juicing, right? If you see in there, artificial ingredients and not raw, healthy, organic, freshly squeezed juice, like that doesn't count, right? So on this particular juicing challenge, we want to try to take anything artificial, anything that's man-made, right? That isn't like really a one ingredient foods. And we're going to toss that to the side, hopefully forever. And we're going to make some pretty positive changes here and use real fruits and vegetables to get our juice. Juicing is not the same as fasting, okay? Now, fasting is basically I'm trying to take a caloric deficit, right? So fasting is something where I'm usually going to fast on water. Like there's no calories in water. And this is a huge thing. In the challenge, you're going to notice that you're going to fast on water on the first day, right? So I've actually done water fast up to 7 to 10 days, and I've gotten some amazing results with that. It's a huge caloric deficit. They actually find in other countries, individuals who eat less and consume less calories, they actually live longer because they have lower amounts of inflammation, and actually their telomeres on their DNA actually lengthen, which actually increases their lifespan and decreases aging, which is super cool. But here's the thing, juicing is not the same as fasting because you're still getting calories, you're still getting proteins, you're still getting carbohydrates versus a true fast, which is I'm gonna just fast on water. So we're gonna do both, but we just wanna make sure that we understand the difference between the two. Now, juicing is for the short term, right? And what is short term, right? We say 3 to 10 days, a little bit more, a little bit less, depending upon the science that you see. But your body really does need, proteins, fats, fiber to survive long term. Now, I'm not going to get into an argument here about whether or not we should eat meat or not eat meat. Like, I personally believe, and the research is really evident, that eating good, healthy, wild game, grass-fed beef, wild-caught fish, wild-caught salmon, pasture-raised eggs are essential building blocks for amino acids, for your cellular health, for the fat that goes into your brain. Your brain is literally 70% fat, right? And so if you've noticed, the more that we go low-fat, high-carbohydrate, the more our brains are beginning to deteriorate, the more unhealthy we become. And so there is a place for juicing and fasting and raw fruits and vegetables, but I think it's also important as we begin to go through the challenge, you're gonna see that we're gonna add in grass-fed beef, we're gonna add in nuts and seeds and healthy things like avocados, and we're gonna begin to steam our broccoli and add things like coconut oil to them because it's very important to stay balanced. I find that people either shift all the way to one side on a carnivore diet or all the way on this side to a vegan diet. I think we can have a little bit of fun in both, in the middle, kind of like in the last video, if you go back, I talked about the parasympathetic versus the sympathetic nervous system. Both are okay in emergency situations, and we need both, but true healing and health happens in the middle. And so this plan I think you're gonna love because you're gonna get the best of both worlds. Now, some key points to remember here, and I'm gonna kind of break these down as you're going throughout the challenge, and this is just a really good slide for you to refer back to as you go back through. So if you're coming in via our website or webinar, you have access to these at any point in time. And if you're listening via Facebook, just scroll back onto our page, and these videos are always there for you to take a look at. Continue taking your essential supplements. So this is really crucial and key. If you are a metabolics patient, I highly recommend that you continue to take your metabolic supplementation because there are just some people out there that need to take these supplements to get your body to a state of sufficiency because you've had so much deficiency. Years and years of toxicity and those free radical productions and gut dysfunction have basically put you in the hole, right? So we've got to make sure that we take these supplements on top of this healthy lifestyle to get maximum results. If you're, just an awesome Revive chiropractic patient, or you're wondering, well, what do I take for supplements just to be a healthy person? Your omega-3 fatty acid fish oil, your vitamin D3, your probiotic, your organic multivitamin. Those are like the core four or our daily essentials kit that every single person takes every single day for the rest of their life, whether they have a disease process. The reason why I say that is because it doesn't matter how many organic fruits and vegetables or wild-caught fish that you eat, it's impossible to get those type of nutrients in our diet in these times with the soil and the water and everything. And so we need to supplement on a regular basis. And if you have questions about those supplements, you can just obviously contact us, and we'd be more than likely to walk you through what kind of supplements we have and why they're so vital. The fresher, the better. Kind of common sense. If you're going to buy produce, make sure it's fresh, make sure it's organic, make sure the date hasn't expired. The cool thing about eating this way is that you've got to eat it, and you've got to eat it quickly or it's going to go bad, right? And so fresh fruits and vegetables, they're supposed to have a shelf life. They're supposed to go bad. They're supposed to have little brown spots on your bananas. It's a good thing because they have an in life. And so you need to consume them pretty regularly. The other thing is read the labels on all purchase pre-made juice. This is huge. A lot of you are going to not want to juice your own juice because you don't want to go get a juicer. I highly recommend that you go get a juicer. You invest in like a Breville It'll cost you around $100, and make this a family affair. Let your kids see you, juicing these vegetables and fruits. It's so fun because they get to learn colors. They get to learn all the amazing fresh fruits and vegetables that God put on the planet for us to consume, not just to look at, but to consume and use as fuel. And so make that a family affair. But if you are going to go to Costco, or you're going to go to another Kroger, and you're going to get some prepackaged juice, make sure you look at the back and you make sure it's organic, and make sure you watch the sugar content. You can go out and you can get a good healthy juice that's got 40 grams of sugar in one little bottle. If you consume 6 of those a day, you've over-exceeded by a lot your daily intake of sugar. You can still give yourself type 2 diabetes, right? So the juices, I like to keep it under 10 grams of sugar per bottle of juice. And so there's all kinds of different juices out there. I know Costco has juice. I know Fresh Time. I know Kroger. Clean Juice is an amazing resource for you if you've never been to Clean Juice. Organic, freshly pressed juice. I go there all the time. You really can't go wrong with a lot of their juices, especially their greens and their sweet greens. Other thing is buy organic when available. So, there's a thing called the Clean 15 and the Dirty Dozen, right? So the Clean 15, the Dirty Dozen, if you go Google the Clean 15, it's going to say, what are the 15 vegetables that you don't necessarily have to buy organic because they're not as sprayed, that you can get away with maybe saving a little money in your bank account. But the Dirty Dozen, no questions asked, you need to go buy them organic. And if you're not, for some reason, because the budget's a little tight, these are the vegetables and the fruits that you have to make sure that you're washing thoroughly with like a vegetable fruit cleaner, even like apple cider vinegar and water. You can wash them to kill any of the pesticides, the GMOs that are on these fruits and vegetables. So the Clean 15, the Dirty Dozen. But when in doubt, buy organic at all points and times. And hey, go to your local farmer's market, right? Buy from a fresh, local, organic farmer. Support our local businesses at this time. Also, choose lower sugar fruits and don't skip on the veggies. I know what you're thinking. Because everybody thinks is, I'm just going to drink watermelon juice the whole time. I'm just going to juice bananas the whole time because I love them. I get it, because the sugar tastes good, right? But you have to make sure, choose more of a lower glycemic index fruits like berries, Granny Smith apples, grapefruits. They're great, but they're not going to have that insulin spike, that blood sugar spike. I mean, you eat 60 bananas a day, you may give yourself diabetes. I don't know, I've never tried it, but just make sure you watch the amount of sugar that's in your fruits, and please don't stay away from the greens. More greens, less fruits. If you really want to dig into the research and you think of like a Paleolithic diet, we should only be eating fruits that are actually in season. So if a fruit's not in season right now, you shouldn't be eating it because it really wasn't available, okay? And so that's kind of the rule of thumb. Make sure we're eating lower sugar foods. Add spices and herbs for flavor, things like turmeric and things like basil and thyme and all these different things that are amazing antioxidants to help decrease free radical production. Just get creative, ginger and turmeric and all these different things. Like, it's amazing what you can do with lemon and ginger and some carrots and some Granny Smith apples and just the taste. I mean, it's amazing what your taste buds are going to be woken up to once this challenge is over. People that have said, hey, I've never liked the taste of this, or I've never really had been able to like the taste of this certain food. Once they go through this kind of palate cleansing stage, the food just like pops in your mouth. It's like really, really amazing what happens whenever you begin to kind of detox that way. And here's the thing, if you can't go out and you can't buy a juicer, you always got a smoothie, you've always got a blender. They're just as good. Like I said, I mean, you're not going to get that fasted. Your body is going to have to work a little bit harder to break down the smoothie, of course. But like I said, please take part in this, even though you don't have a juicer. You don't have to have a juicer, or you don't want to go out and buy it. And you've got this beautiful, blender that you got for Christmas that you've been waiting to use, and this is the perfect time to use it. Like I said, make sure you're blending up lower glycemic index fruits. You're getting lots of veggies in there, and you're making sure that you're following these guidelines, regardless if it's juice or it's from a blender. What to expect, right? So what can we expect during this 28 days? Number one, I'm just going to tell you, you're going to feel better, okay? I always tell patients this all the time. Health is simple, It's just not easy, right? I mean, health is very simple. The concepts of health are very simple. Have a good mindset. Make sure you take care of your nervous system. Eat good quality whole foods. Exercise on a daily basis. Detox from the things that we just don't have any control over on a regular basis. And you're going to be one of the healthiest human beings on the planet if you do that at about 85 to 90% of the time. But what can we expect during this challenge? Number one, you should expect some weight loss. Even myself, I'm not like overweight. Maybe according to the BMI, I'm overweight because of my height and my weight. But I'm going to even lose a little bit of weight because we're going through a fasted state. I'm not getting as much fat and protein into my diet, but that's okay. That's totally okay, because sometimes we need to detox and we need to cleanse. For those of you who are out there and you're like, you know what? I don't want to do this because I don't want to lose any more weight. But you're the person who wants to gain weight. Think about this. Maybe you can't gain weight because you can't absorb the fats and proteins that you need because your gut's toxic. So it might be time for you to do a detox and a cleanse. So that way, whenever you start putting food back in your body, you can begin to put weight on in a healthy manner. But most of us are going to see anywhere from a 5 to 15 pound weight loss in the next 28 days. And a lot of that's going to be water. We're going to be cleansing. We're going to be losing a lot of that excess water weight that's been pulling up inside our organs, and even the nasty stuff and the visceral fat that we see kind of going around our organs from all the toxicity. You're going to actually begin to see that coming through in bowel movements and things like that. The other thing is you're going to see detox symptoms. So as I talk about bowel movements, some of the detox symptoms is that you're probably going to go to the bathroom. Two types of people. One person's going to go to the bathroom a lot, and the other person may not go to the bathroom, and you may actually become constipated. If that is you, you've probably got some type of bigger gut issue, and you might want to check out our metabolics program. If you want more information on that, you can just contact our office or our website, and we can actually get you set up for a metabolics consult. And you may need to do some in-depth detoxification with supplements to make sure that your gut is not that toxic, so we can get you going to the bathroom. The other thing is there's different types of detoxification pathways. One of the big detoxification pathways, or what I find with people, is that when they do a cleanse like this, or they do a juicing challenge, they break out. Like their skin becomes, they have acne. If they had acne before, that sometimes gets worse because your skin is a detoxification channel, right? Your breath may begin to, you may start to have other types of fatigue and exhaustion. You may actually get a little bit angry, right? So we call this hangry. It's actually a real definition now in the dictionary, but it's a real thing because your body is going through almost like a detox because of all the toxins, all the sugar, all the things that are leaving your body. Your body is like, wow, what are you doing to me? And just remember, it's a good thing, and everybody goes through it, but just don't be alarmed if you go through or experience any of these detox symptoms. The other thing is just fluctuating energy levels. The energy levels can go up and can go down. I'll tell you, when I've done detoxes and I've been really toxic, my energy is really low for about the first week. And then you're going to begin to see your energy pop back up. I'll tell you, consistency is key. Those of you who are going to be consistent, your energy levels are going to come back quicker than those of you who are not consistent, right? So stick to the plan, work the plan, and apply the things that we're giving you, because your energy will bounce back. And I will tell you this, if you follow through with this program, at the end of 28 days, no alarm clock needed. Like, you're gonna wake up at 5, 6, 7 o'clock and you're gonna have so much energy. You're not gonna be the person who's snoozing, hitting the snooze button 10 times because you can't snap into it. The noonday coffee is gonna go away and you're gonna have sustained energy. You're gonna be less likely to become angry and frustrated. Your mental capacity, your cognitive ability is going to improve, your sharpness is going to improve as your body begins to become healthy in your gut. That inflammation in your body becomes back to normal. So, a couple things before we tap out for today. Number one, get committed to making change. I said this in the first video. Information is amazing. I give tons of information. You've gotten world-class information up to this point. Some of the top research in the world given to you during this challenge, but I can't make you make a change, right? Information plus application equals transformation. You have to take this information, you have to apply it in order to get true lifestyle change. Number two, watch all 3 of the juicing detoxification webinars, right? Don't be, like me, it's like I go throughout whatever book that I want to read and I just pick whatever I want to hear. In this particular instance, you need to make sure that you watch all these videos. So if you haven't watched video 1, before you take any more action, please go back, watch that video in full, learn about inflammation, learn about detoxification, learn about gut healing and leaky gut, and make sure that you're committed to watching these 3 videos all the way through. The other thing is make sure that you actually text, right? So juiced, Juiced, to 44222 and get your free juicing roadmap. This is an amazing resource. Like I'm talking, a lot of hours putting this stuff together for you and to give you a baseline of what you're going to expect. Hey, and here's the deal. If you just left here with it's going to be an amazing resource for you and your family. The third thing is apply it. Join the challenge, get plugged in. For a limited time offer, get 50% off the Juicing and Raw Food Detox Guide if you purchase now. Not tomorrow, not a month from now, if you purchase now. So make sure that, like I said, you get all this information, you text 44222 and get that free roadmap. Also, those of you who complete the challenge, make sure you please let us know that you complete this 28-day challenge. We want to hear your stories. If you're on Facebook, I want you to share your wins. If you're watching our website, contact our office. Let us know some of the amazing things that you're experiencing. And we've got a Got Juice t-shirt for you. Amazing, comfortable t-shirts, not the t-shirts that you just want to throw away when you get them or paint in them, but the ones that actually really feel and look amazing. And here's the other thing too, is that if you're out there and you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, I want to give you an amazing opportunity. Maybe you have questions. Maybe you're that person who's just like, I'm a little hesitant. I've had a lot of health issues in my life. I just have a ton of information that I need to give somebody before I pull the trigger. Hey, give our office a call. Click the link at the bottom on Facebook through the comments, or if you're listening to the webinar, make sure you click the link for our free 15-minute phone consultation with one of our doctors in the clinic. We're going to walk you through some of the highs and the lows that you're going through with the juicing. If you've got thyroid issues, chronic illness, whatever it may be, and you're just, like I said, sick and tired of being sick and tired, you want something else besides some pill, shot, potion, or lotion, like give us a call, schedule that 15-minute phone consult, and we're going to walk you through the steps to get you healthy. Hey, until the next video, I can't wait to see you guys. Good luck and God bless. Bye-bye.